I was at that crisis moment working in climate where I didn't think there were any solutions and I was actually really scared. And then Bali invited me as a fellow to come to a soil carbon sequestration workshop. Didn't know what that was. Went through the entire workshop and had hope, really, for the first time, but en masse. Like hope that through soil we could take enough carbon out of the atmosphere to where even if we didn't reduce emissions as quickly as we need to, there was still a way for the ecosystem to balance itself out enough to be saved. And not only would the atmosphere be okay, but we actually need carbon in the soil.
All life on Earth comes down to the health of the soil. We have this idea that it's dirt and it's unimportant. It's actually every plant, every animal depends entirely on the soil. So it's a solution to climate change that has all of these other co-benefits that are incredibly important. So it's like a no lose, no regrets. That's where that comes from. Is that no matter what, it's work that needs doing and has impacts that spread through the whole system.
No Regrets is a regenerative asset strategy where Sally has decided to take all her assets and devote them towards regenerative management. So that includes the Pisces Ranch, where there's ongoing daily activity around land management and soil management. And then there's investing through Cienega Capital, and there's philanthropy through the Globetrotter Foundation. So all of these together combine No Regrets. And so we have created an initiative to describe what we're doing, but also to encourage more investors and philanthropists to take a similar approach, to look at their entire portfolios, to think about not just financial capital, but ecological capital and social capital, and how are they addressing those things with their portfolio. And also, how are they thinking about soil and how are they integrating that into their own investment and philanthropic strategies?
This idea that it's all about reducing fossil fuel emissions is just not true. In fact, it turns out a lot of the excess CO2 in the atmosphere came from carbon that was originally in the soil. A third to a half of that has actually come from the soil, not from the burning of fossil fuels. So all we're really proposing to do is to use photosynthesis and the free energy from the sun and our own human creativity and put the carbon back where it needs to be.
You can come to soil through a variety of channels. If you care about water, that's fundamental to the soil. If you care about climate, that's fundamental to the soil. If you care about human nutrition, human health, that's fundamental. If you care about hunger, so there's all these areas that people work in and maybe don't realize that soil is really fundamental to that work. And so we're hoping to help that emerge for folks.